Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast. My name is Christopher Coombs, and in front of me we have
Gaurav Khazanchi. Welcome back, everybody, to the So Far So Good podcast.
Beautiful day to be recording a podcast, and also
as usual,
beautiful day to be listening.
That's
on
right.
this Monday morning.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So let's get straight into the introductory questions.
We don't muck around here. Let's go.
Now, my question to you is, if you are going to lunch
Yep.
at, let's say, a cafe,
Yep.
not like a full-on restaurant, but let's say you go to a cafe for lunch,
Okay.
how much time
Yeah.
do you need? Now, I'll let you have a bit of a think, but
Okay.
I'll give you a few things that may alter your thoughts here.
Okay. Yeah. Give me some info.
Remember that you do sit down.
Yep.
You have to order. They have to make it.
Yep.
They have to bring it out.
Yep.
You obviously got to eat.
Yep.
You do want at least 5 minutes of digestion time before you stand up.
Yep.
And then you got to pay, and then you got to walk out. So,
Yeah.
with all those factors considered, how long do you think you would need?
Okay. I've thought about this a lot, and I actually am quite good at nailing it on the head. But the main factor is, if I'm going to a new place I've never been before, I add a bit of extra time because I don't know how fast their service time is. Mm-hmm. If it's somewhere I've been, I can be like, I know it'll be under X time because I've been there plenty of times. Okay? So generally, I give it an hour, and that's giving extra time. But I reckon all I need personally is 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, I need a specific minimum.
Okay, what is your... In the scenarios I gave you, is it a new place or a place I've been to before?
I mean...
Because, dude, I'm telling you, I've been to new places before, and they've taken half an hour to get me food.
Let's say... Yeah, that's going to alter the question.
100%.
Alter the answer, sorry. All right, give me one of each.
Okay, if it was a new place, regardless, I give it about an hour.
An hour,
An
minimum.
hour. Yeah.
Minimum?
Minimum. Yeah.
I thought minimum 45 minutes.
Oh, no. Maximum.
Okay, so minimum 45 minutes for a new place?
New place. Place I've been to before, I would still also say minimum 45 minutes.
Okay.
But a new place, I'll say an hour minimum.
Okay.
Just to factor in the extra time.
So new place an hour.
Yep.
Place you've been to before, minimum 45.
Yeah. Let's say 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
I'm a quick eater.
Okay. Let's go 40.
Okay.
So you were mentioning 30 to 45, so we've landed on 40.
40. I'm happy
as the
with
minimum.
40. A good 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all.
Okay.
And now I'm going to give you the reason why I asked this question.
Okay.
So IWFH.
Yes. This has turned into a millennial word episode.
Now, do you know what that stands for?
Yes. You world food hunger.
Yes.
No, you work from home. you work from home.
Yeah. So I work from home.
Yeah.
And my brother is currently working 5 minutes from my house.
Yep.
Okay. My brother asks me to go to lunch.
Okay.
Now I get an hour on my lunch break.
Okay.
So I thought I factored in. I was like, look, 5 minute drive.
Yep.
You've still got to add, locking the doors of your house, getting into your car, driving there, parking the car, walking in.
Yep.
So it's more than just 5 minutes.
100%.
So let's call it 10 minutes.
Let's call it 10.
Yeah. So 10 minutes to get there.
Yep.
10 minutes to get back.
Yep.
That's already 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then you only get 40 minutes in the restaurant.
Okay.
And even with that timing, I said, look, I don't think we have enough time.
Okay.
On my end.
Okay.
And then he said, oh, nah, we should be fine. You get an hour, yeah? And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but I've got to drive there and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, yeah, well, nah, that's fine. I've only got a 30-minute break anyway. And that's where I said, are you joking? There is no way you're going to make... There's no way you're going to make it.
Yeah.
I was worried about me here with an hour break.
Yeah.
With a little drive. I mean, the cafe is next to his work, but half an hour, it's, for me, not enough.
So I think you would have made it, but you would have been on edge. You wouldn't have been able to comfortably sit down and eat.
Exactly.
I reckon you would have cleanly made it within the hour.
Exactly.
But for him, Good point. Like, but look, if it is right next door and it is a cafe, there's not that much wait time for food, or there shouldn't be.
True, but there's still, you got to walk in, you got to sit down, you got to look at the menu, all that stuff. It all adds up.
Yeah.
Half an hour is a massive rush.
Yeah.
And not only all of that considered, but you've also got to think, do I really want to be rushing to get there, rushing to eat, rushing to get back? Because then what's the point of even going? You're not like enjoying it.
It's to
because
spend
you're just
quality
constantly
time
rushing.
with your brother for half an
But
hour.
it's not quality time. It's completely rushed time.
It's quality enough because
It's completely rushed. You wouldn't have that. You wouldn't mentally be there with that person.
All right, let's
because
break it down.
you'd be thinking of all the different things. You'd be thinking, oh, quick, let's order.
Yeah.
Guess what you've ordered.
Yeah.
Talk. The food's come. Let's quickly eat. All right, now I've got to quickly go back to work.
But in that 1 hour, you would probably have a solid, at least, let's say 5 to 10 minutes of quality time.
5 to 10 minutes.
The rest is just rushing.
And that's what I mean. What's the point? We could just go for dinner on another day when we're not working, and that's 2 hours.
True, but it's also sometimes nice, especially when you're WFHing, to get out for a bit.
True, and I do... Well, I actually haven't left the house on a work from home day since I've started this new job.
Fair enough.
I actually, I mean during
I know
the
what
work,
you
like
mean.
in my lunch break, I haven't, I've gone to my backyard
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but I've never, left my premises.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But, so that is, that's my reasoning there.
Yeah.
And that's why I politely declined
Fair
the
enough.
lunch invite.
There you go. I feel like it was a good question. It makes you think. But like I always say, always be prepared. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Always be prepared, but not rushed.
Look, if you're happy to rush. It's fine. Let's say that was the first time you were seeing your brother in 12 years. You would have gone.
It's not the right setting for someone that you haven't seen in 12 years. Because you need
Let's
a few
say
hours.
his flight was half an hour after that lunch. You would have gone.
Well, I mean, you'd have to change it around, you know. You're taking out another hour off work to make it a proper 2-hour catch up.
Well, there you go. There you go.
You just half an hour's at the end of the day, it's just not enough. It's not worth it.
It's all right, man. Time having fun is not time wasted.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. You completely rush the whole time and blah blah blah.
Nah, all right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, good question. Now, Chris, I've got a question for you. And it's surprisingly a follow-up from last week. And I reckon, I'm 99.8% sure you have no idea. Even when I ask the question, I reckon you'll have no idea that you said this.
Okay.
So
let's
it's a
see.
question
Let's
following
see.
up something you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said many important things.
You say
so-
many ridiculous things.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm going to bring up later this episode, but this is the question. Chris Coombs, you may remember yourself saying last week that you are, it's actually the title of the episode, you are the geographical guru.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then while you were saying that, you said something like, I mean, don't ask me what the largest sea in the world is because I wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Chris,
I did say that.
you did.
Because seas and oceans are not my forte.
And they're not the same thing either. So, there you go. So,
Really?
the question I have for you today is a little bit spoiled already, but what is the largest sea in the world?
I told you, do not ask me.
I thought
I specifically said, do not ask me.
I thought maybe you prepared yourself for this week because you would have seen me try to stitch you up somehow.
No, because I specifically
Don't Google it.
don't.
I've got it memorized in my mind. Don't worry. I prepared.
I
The largest-
specifically don't
He's
want
Googling
to.
right now. The largest sea in the world is the Australasian Mediterranean Sea.
Nah, wrong.
What
Wrong.
popped up is the Philippine Sea, right?
Yep.
Yep. Double check, bro. You can't just go with the first answer. Philippine Sea, it says it's 5-point-something million square kilometers or something. But the Australasian Mediterranean Sea is 9-point-something million square kilometers.
All right, should we check it?
100% check it. You can double check my fact check.
Australasian
Mediterranean Sea.
Mediterranean Sea. That's two seas combined, though.
Well, I don't know if the Mediterranean Sea is the Australasian Mediterranean Sea or if they're two different seas. Once again, I am not the one who claimed to be the geographical guru, so I don't have to know.
Where did you find this information?
I checked multiple sources, not just the first Google
Because
source.
it says Mediterranean Sea,
Yep.
2.5 million.
But the Australasian Mediterranean Sea.
Australasian Mediterranean Sea. So the Australasian is a Mediterranean Sea located in the area between Southeast Asia and Australasia. It connects the Indian and Pacific Oceans, has a maximum depth, blah, 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 area of 9 mil.
There you go. Well, there you go. I rest
So
my
are you
case.
going to tell John Google that he's wrong with the Philippine Sea?
Look, John Google may not have been wrong. Maybe the way I worded my question was wrong.
Is the Mediterranean Sea the biggest in the world?
Yeah, it was a bit of a... but yeah, that's the answer apparently.
That's really strange.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting... Also, what is the difference between a sea and an ocean? Is it the depth?
No. So, an ocean
Yeah.
is salt water.
So is it. Yeah. I actually thought he might have known. But then I remembered him saying last week, seas and oceans is not his forte. So
Nah, you know what? It potentially could be the depth.
maybe it's
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Well, someone knows. John
Either
Google
way,
knows.
the oceans and seas do not excite me in any way. That's why it's just not my forte.
Well,
'Cause
there's
I
70%
literally
of the
don't
world.
care.
Isn't it like still 97% of the ocean is still undiscovered? 97% is undiscovered.
Yeah, because it's so deep, you can't go down there.
Exactly.
If you
So
went
deep, so
down
deep.
there, your head would just explode.
It would crush, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Surely there's some sort of... Anyway, that's something we may find out in the
It's
future.
weird that they know it's there, but they haven't created something like some sort of machine that can go down.
Well, James Cameron did something. He did some doco, and they built this sort of small submarine, and they went down, I think, to the deepest point that I have been gone to
Holy
in life so
guac.
far. Yeah, so don't quote me on that. This is info from a few years ago that I saw. But they have done something like that. Suss it out.
Yeah, and have you seen that 10-minute video where it takes you to the different levels of
Yes,
the sea? And
yes,
it
it's
shows
like an
what
animated
animals are there and
infographic.
stuff?
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
That's scary stuff, man. The pressure. Oh, your bones. Just imagine.
Yeah, because it's almost like a building sitting on top of you.
Exactly. There's that much water.
But liquid.
People forget water has mass. Yeah.
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 Well, if you think about it, our body is 80% water.
Yeah.
Ish. So if you weigh 100 kilos, then that's 80 kilos of water.
My God, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Gee.
Facts, bro.
Facts, straight facts. There you go.
Did not even need to get it from Google because it would probably be wrong.
Welcome to the So Far So Good Science podcast.
Absolutely. And on that note, let's get into it.
So far, so good.
Well, we are back and ready to roll for another episode. So, Gaurav, what shall we do now?
I reckon let's change it up and let's do our traditional segment. What are we drinking?
So today, we've got an interesting one. We have the same drink,
Yep.
but it's a different
Edition,
label
yeah.
almost.
So the one I'm holding is like it says on the can summer edition, and it's a lot more, there's a lot more graphical art on it. Summery stuff. It looks very cool. It's a very cool looking can.
Yeah, definitely. So what do we got, Gaurav? Tell us about this drink.
We've got L&P. I'm guessing is the brand, but also the flavor. So it must just be like Solo is always lemon, whatever, pub squash, lemon squash. And this is L&P lemon and Peiroa, I believe.
Must be a fruit.
Some sort of fruit probably, or maybe like that last time it's that spice or herb or leaf. And then underneath it says good lemony stuff, 440ml. It's a big can. It's actually textured. If you feel the can, the label is textured and it feels very nice.
Yeah, it is quite nice.
It's a good quality can.
I love how they say good lemony stuff, and then at the very bottom, it's quite faint, but you can read it. It says, I don't know if it says it on yours as well, but mine says world famous in New Zealand.
Okay,
I like that. It's a bit of banter, I think. Have a look here.
Yeah, world famous in New Zealand. You're right. So it's a New Zealand original drink.
And just above the logo, you'll see
Yeah.
they've got like a picture of New Zealand. Like the shape of the country.
That is a great spot because it's pretty small. That's a good spot there.
Oh, yeah. Attention to detail, Gaurav.
Exactly.
It's a life skill.
Exactly right. I reckon because mine's got so much stuff happening on my can, it was easy to miss.
Oh, excuses.
So I've just Googled actually what Peiroa is, and I think it goes hand in hand with lemon, and it comes from the town of Peiroa, and it's a combination of lemon juice with carbonated mineral water. So
we're talking lemon, like from Peiroa.
I think so. I might be wrong. I didn't thoroughly check it, but I reckon we just give it a shot.
We'll just do one more check because we love to check the sugar content.
Oh yeah, Chris's classic checking.
So it's a 440 ml.
Yep.
And we have 48 grams of sugar.
Yep. So on average, how many teaspoons? You usually give us that
breakdown. Surely you know that by now.
Yeah, it's 4 grams per teaspoon, so it's about 12. It's actually exactly 12. Yeah.
Literally 12 on the dot.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's give it a bit of a crack-ola.
Let's give it a crack. I reckon it'll be a good fizz. Yep, there you go. Good pop. Classic cheers, top, bottom, middle.
Top, bottom, middle, and let's give it a go.
Let's go for it.
Wow, that's good.
My lord.
That is good.
That is not what I was expecting.
Wow. No, not at all. I was expecting some wacky lemon flavour.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because we had that other New Zealand drink, which was an orange...
Big fizz.
Big fizz, yes. And that one was a bit of a strange one. But also, that was feijoa, which was a random sort of flavour that no one's ever had. So, this is lemon, which is a normal flavour. Interesting.
Lemon and pear.
It's not what I expected.
There's this aftertaste. It's like kind of the body of the taste. And it reminds me of lemon sherbet. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. So it's like I'm drinking that old school Australian lolly where it's that sticky lemon and inside there's that fizz. That's the one it's reminding me of.
That's a good lolly, man.
Good lolly.
That's a throwback of a lolly.
Yeah, it's an absolute throwback.
Man.
And this is like this drink is very refreshing.
It's also like super, super fizzy.
It's
like you put it in your mouth and it just goes...
It's like foamy.
Zing.
It's like foamy fizzy. It's not like a harsh fizzy at your throat. It's
pretty bloody good.
It's not like Solo. It's nothing like that.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because Solo is like less fizzy almost.
Solo? I feel like Solo is fizzy, but like 20 times sweeter and like 20 times lemon punchier. But Solo's like a classic fizzy. It's not this foamy sort of fizzy that I'm feeling.
No, but you love Solo.
I do.
So that's why this is going to be quite an interesting rating.
Well, like I said, it's like nothing I've had before, so let's just give it a shot.
Now, remember, okay, so let's just, for context,
Yep.
you drink Solo, like, you would drink it. You would choose it as
I
a
would
drink.
choose Solo for sure.
I would never choose Solo, ever.
What?
Never.
What's wrong with Solo?
Why would you choose Solo when you have so many other better options?
Okay, well, it depends what the options are. You can't say when you have. So if there's a fridge with, let's say, Fanta, Coke, and Solo, my go-to will probably be Solo.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know why.
You're saying you'd pick Coke?
Maybe Fanta. I'll go Fanta or Coke, one of the two.
All you're saying is you would not pick Solo.
No. I would go, look, if I had every option in the world, it would be either like lemonade.
Yeah.
Not the Solo,
lemonade's my last option.
Yeah, so I would go lemonade, Coke, or Fanta. They're always my three options.
Top three in that order?
Yeah.
No,
not in that order. Just like those are the three that I would choose over the others.
If only those three were in a fridge,
standard.
What would you pick?
Only those three.
Fanta, Coke, and lemonade.
I would not pick any of them because I don't drink soft drink casually.
This question though, let's just say, my lord.
Honestly, it depends on the situation.
All right.
Give me a situation.
All right, let's say you've just come to this gathering. It's your fam. You have to pick a soft drink, and there's only soft drink. And there's only those three.
What's the weather? What time of day is it?
It's sunny weather. It's like right now. It's like today. Let's say close to 30 degrees, sunny, clear sky.
I'll go with Sprite.
Yep. So it's lemonade. Lemonade is number one.
Just because it's just super refreshing. And there's something about, like, if you have an upset stomach and you drink Sprite, it's almost like it helps.
You know what?
Something about it.
Very close to Sprite.
Oh, it actually is. It's like somewhere in between.
I've just realized.
Mm.
You know what?
It's actually Sprite.
It's just Sprite.
It's literally Sprite. What is that?
No,
What?
I think we stitched up.
Have we? What's the thing?
What? Placebo?
Have we placeboed this into our heads?
I don't know if that's the right word, but I think we might have. Wait, let me do one more sip.
It's literally Sprite.
What's that?
What is happening?
This is Sprite, man.
It's literally Sprite. Like a different type of Sprite.
I've got to... No, it's still different to Sprite. The fizziness is different, and there's a bit more of like a... I don't know, not lemony, but... It's different. The flavor reminds me a lot of Sprite. It's still got that sherbety aftertaste.
Yeah.
And the fizziness is different. So, yeah.
I'm really struggling with my rating here. I really am. Have you got your rating?
I've got mine now. It's actually changed.
What? As soon as you mentioned Sprite, now it's gone down.
No.
Yes.
You don't know if it's gone up or down.
That's placebo, man.
You don't know if it's gone up or down.
You've talked yourself into it, and you're just being biased.
I'm not. I'm going to tell you my original and then what I've settled on now.
Okay. This is... All right, I've got mine.
It's pretty different, man. It's pretty different.
I've got mine.
It's different to Sprite. All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, 8.
8.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I actually started on 7.5. And
really?
I bumped it up to 8.
I started on 9.
When
I was expecting Solo.
Yeah.
And then I got something so much better.
No, when I took my first sip, I was like, this is like a 9. But then I was like, hold on, let me actually taste it. I was like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And then when you mentioned Sprite, you went down, didn't you?
No. When I was thinking of the fizziness, I bumped it down to 7.5. Then when I had that final sip, I was like, okay, no, it's a good 8. It's a solid 8.
Okay.
Reminding me of Sprite did not change my... I'm not that biased. Just because it does...
You're pretty biased sometimes.
It tastes like Sprite, but it's not like a carbon copy of Sprite.
Yeah. Well, look, as I said, my initial rating went to 9 because I was expecting Solo, but then got something so much better.
Yeah.
So, but then I had more of a think about it, and I couldn't decide between 8 or 9, so I went 8.5.
No, 8.5 is solid. So 8.5 and 8. What's the 8.25? There you go.
You're really bad at maths. Really bad.
Bro, I didn't go to school.
It's literally just in between the two.
No, I got it. I just did the equation out loud.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what would you rate Solo?
I'd give Solo a 10 out of 10.
No.
Fine, I'll give Solo a 9.5 out of 10.
What? You would give Solo more than this.
100%.
This is way better than Solo.
Yeah, no. Oh,
yes,
nah.
man.
Solo gets a 9.5. Solo's got a special place in my heart.
See, this is topical, and this is where...
It's not topical.
Guys, if you're listening, try this drink, seriously.
Yeah, I highly recommend this drink.
Because this is... Yeah, I would try it. It's quite topical.
Yeah, it's tropical because, it's got that summer vibe. Okay, let's move on from our... What are we drinking?
All right, so we are moving on. Gaurav, I believe you wanted to ask me a second question.
Yes.
Which I don't know if this is allowed, but I'll allow it.
Look, it's not like an intro question. It's something I want to know your beliefs in.
Beliefs, okay.
Kinda. I'm really throwing you off here.
Okay.
Now, I reckon we both... No, just forget that. Forget how I've started this question, okay?
I can't forget it.
We both know how to reverse park, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, my question is, when you reverse park, do you feel like you're better than everyone else?
Well, I mean, specifically when I'm reverse parking or just in general?
Like, let's say you rock up at a parking lot and then there's your car park. It's not that busy. There's plenty of spots, okay? But there is some traffic, okay? You pick your spot, you drive forward and you start backing into your parking spot. But you see other people around you parking normally. So when you're doing that, this is a very hypothetical situation, which I'm sure has happened many times.
Oh, yeah.
When you're reverse parking, do you feel like you're better than everyone else?
Okay, I'm going to say no.
Get out. I
No,
saw
no.
the smile on your face when I asked the question.
No, because I was going to say something else.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say I feel like that all the time.
I knew it. Okay.
No, so the reason I'm saying no is because I personally think reverse parking is easier, better, just overall easier, literally.
Yep.
So that's why I would not say I feel better than everyone else. I feel like, why the hell are you driving in when you could be reverse parking? Because one, you can easily get in the spot better.
Yep.
Because your front wheels are moving.
Especially if it's a narrower area.
Exactly. So you've got that way that you can drive out and then easily reverse in, and then when you're leaving, you just drive straight out.
Yeah.
Rather than, when you're reversing out, you have to make sure the front doesn't, hit the car.
You got to look behind you, make sure there's no people.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I would say no.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the easier way.
Okay, but I feel like it's not like I've done a study here, but I feel like majority of people don't reverse park. Look,
I don't know if I'd say majority.
It could be a close 50-50.
Could be.
Could be a close 50-50.
We could chuck this up as a poll and not
Actually,
a controversial poll because we are not sure ourselves.
Yeah, we just want to collect data.
surprisingly.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. We're the so far so good census.
And when we asked when we asked this on the poll, it's not like, sometimes I normal park, sometimes reverse park. What do you think you do the most? You should answer.
Well, mine's reverse. What's yours?
Mine's also reverse.
Yeah. And even Caitlin, she reverse parks now as well.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's easier. And I was like, I've been telling you this for years. Now,
I think that's the step. The thing is, like, drive-in parkers feel like reverse parking is harder. And I have to say, when you do it for the first time, you're like, whoa, what am I doing? But then when you do it, you're like, that was easy. And then
exactly.
You gotta.
It's the fear, I think. Oh,
It's
the fear of it being too difficult.
Yeah.
But then when you actually put the effort in to learn, then you're able to do it easily.
Yeah.
And you realize, this is actually the better way.
You know what I'm thinking? It's what you were saying last week. It's like doing a backflip, which I haven't done. But you were saying doing a backflip is easier, and backing into a car spot is easier. Doing a front flip, I reckon, is easy. Driving in frontwards into a car spot is easy.
Because, again, with the flipping thing, it's the fear.
It's the fear.
Because when you're doing a front flip,
Yeah.
you can see that, I'm not going to hit my head on the ground. But it's actually harder because you have more of a rotation that needs to be done.
Exactly.
And if you overshoot a front flip, you're in big trouble.
And if you overshoot a front parking, you'll hit the car in front of you.
Exactly. And I've got to say, whenever someone drives into a car park, it's never straight. Whereas when you reverse
You can't
park,
say never. Come on.
okay, not never. 90% of the time, it's not straight.
Come on.
When you reverse in, you can quite easily adjust it to be straight as you're reversing.
Yeah, fair.
Whereas
fair.
as you're driving in, because the front wheel's moving and the front is going in, you're really close to hitting the cars either side. So you're just trying to squeeze in as any way you can.
Yeah. Okay. So look, now that you've discussed all of that, do you think you have a change of answer? Do you think you are better than everyone else when you reverse park?
No.
Are you sure?
No, because I'm telling you, it's the easier way.
But it's the easy way. But I can't do a backflip. But you doing a backflip, you would feel like, yo, I'm better.
No, but okay, that's kind of different because not a lot of people do backflips.
True.
But a lot of people do reverse park.
That is true.
So it's not like, I don't feel like I'm better than someone else because they probably can reverse park.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But yeah, I would say, I think it's probably 65-35 split, I reckon.
65 to driving in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty close. I was thinking 70-30. Sorry, lower. 60-40.
60-40?
Yeah, 60-40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
60 drive in, 40 reverse.
Interesting.
I reckon it's fairly close to 50-50, but you never know. Let's do the poll.
Okay. So do you feel better than other people?
Definitely
with your
not.
reverse type?
Definitely not. Similar reasoning because I feel like so many people do it. I know I was trying to push you to say you do. You know, it's not because I do. I just feel like, it's better in the long run.
So I answered the question correctly. That's what you're saying.
Well, there's no correct answer. It's just your opinion, you know? It's just facts.
All right. Now, speaking of, I can relate it that it is to do with driving, but it's not really related.
Okay.
I have another thing that I found out last week.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'll give you context of the story.
Yep.
Because then you'll be shocked. Okay.
Okay.
So we had a couple of people stay at our house.
Yep.
Last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wake up in the morning.
Yep.
And I walk out to the kitchen.
Yep.
And someone was sleeping in the lounge room.
Sure.
And they said, "Oh, hey, Chris," like as I was walking out, they said, "Hey, Chris, can you just check the front door to see if the Macca's is here?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You literally you woke up the same time I just walked out. How the hell did you possibly order Macca's?"
Order Macca's,
Like that's what I was thinking in my head.
Yeah.
But I just went and picked up the bag. Okay. And I was like, "Oh, sweet." And then there happened to be one less meal to what the amount of people were.
Yep.
And we noticed that, and we said, "Oh, how come? Like, not that it's a bad thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like, how did that happen?"
Yeah.
And then, do you know what she said? Our friend.
Yeah.
I bought it last night because I thought there was only going to be 5 people, and I scheduled it to come at 10:30 in the morning the next morning.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so this is like let's say Uber Eats.
So she bought Uber Eats the night before and scheduled it to come at 10:30 a.m. the next morning.
I had no idea you could do that.
Absolute genius.
That is a life hack and a half.
Did anyone in the world know that?
Let's do another poll. Did you know you could schedule your Uber Eats delivery?
Seriously.
I actually had no
idea.
idea.
And be honest, did you know? Because, be honest.
Wait, do you know what app it was?
I believe it was Uber Eats.
Okay.
But I may need to check that.
Because why is this not a thing that is being advertised?
Good question.
Like, I tell you what I've seen before, now that I do think about it. I've seen, when do you want your food? Now, in 30 minutes.
Well, there you go. That must be it.
But, like, I've never... Maybe because I haven't checked
also,
it.
you wouldn't have thought to go
I wouldn't have
order
thought,
it the next
yeah.
day. But do you know what it'll also be good for?
Yeah.
You know, if you have, like, friends over for dinner or family over for dinner, and you know that, you know, you're going to order Uber Eats to come drop it off.
Yeah.
So rather than, you know, everyone comes at 6:30, you sit down, you order blah, blah, blah. And this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Because you want to spend quality time with the person.
True.
So the day before, you message everyone, "Hey, send me your order for this restaurant. I'll order it now. It'll arrive at 7. Everyone comes at 6:30. Rather than that whole half an hour of picking on the menu, and then also the added time of waiting for the food to arrive, they rock up at 6:30 and you just hang out.
That is
and
very
you spend
good.
that quality time together.
100%. 100%. I agree. That is... I am going to... But you know what?
It's genius.
I've got to say, what's more genius than scheduling the food is the person who even thought about scheduling it for the next morning.
Well, that's a whole nother story.
That's
and
hats
I
off
agree.
to that person.
Oh, hats off completely. Beanies off, everything. Like naked.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally.
So, wowee, that is fantastic. I'm so impressed. And once again, didn't know it was a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now, look, to top it all off, I've got to say one thing, and maybe I can start by asking you another question. So, it's a third question, Christopher Coombs.
Yeah.
Okay. Several weeks ago, not several actually, a few weeks ago, you announced this year's New Year's resolution for yourself.
It's
Here we go.
It wasn't. Hang on, but remember I said it's not a New Year's resolution. It's just something I want to do.
Okay, fine.
Because I don't do New Year's resolutions.
It's just something you want to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
Yes.
Tell us. Just give us a quick refresher.
It was going to be like cooking and having a better diet of you know.
Yep.
Just better food overall and potentially trying to cook.
Yep. Okay, so we're almost a month into the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Have you even done it? Your silence and your story about how you just got McDonald's last week really does not help you.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you the short answer. No.
But you know what? It's okay because it wasn't a resolution. It was just something you wanted to do, right?
All right. Now I'll give you the long answer.
Okay.
No.
Get
I have not.
absolutely out of here.
No, I have not. It is on the list.
Yeah.
I guess this year's bucket list, I guess.
This year's bucket list. So it's a New Year's resolution.
No, it's not a New Year's
He's literally
resolution.
saying anything he possibly can except for New Year's resolution.
No, it's not a New Year's resolution because I'm not tying myself down to it. Like, if I don't learn to cook this year, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
Like, it's not something that I have to do or I'm going to die.
But it's something you wanted to do this year.
I want to, yes.
Okay.
Have I had time?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And one of the reasons is the weather has been so good. You want to enjoy the weather. Look, I got to say, no, honestly, when it comes down to winter,
Yeah.
and then obviously here in Melbourne with the daylight savings change,
Yeah.
where it starts getting dark at, 5:30, 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
that will change a lot of things.
True.
Because you will naturally stay inside more because it's cold and because it's dark.
Yeah.
So I feel like potentially in winter, I'll end up having more home free time on my hands.
Yeah.
I'm trying to enjoy summer as well.
True.
You got to make the most of the good weather while you can.
Fair enough.
In Melbourne, we don't get a lot of it.
That's true. We get about, 4 or 5 months of it, let's say.
No.
Yeah, come on.
Definitely
we get some
not.
decent weeks in spring.
Even end of December, it was raining for like 2 weeks straight.
True.
And that's literally summer.
But the sun was still setting at 9.
Yeah, but come on. If it's raining, it does not count.
It's true. Look,
So-
now, the reason I do ask you as well is because I have been pretty decent with my New Year's resolution.
Which was?
Repeat
to us?
Which I need to repeat because you keep repeating it wrong to me. And I need you to listen back. It was every week of this year, I have to either do at least one post or at least one story.
2.
One! I don't know where you suddenly got to. You can't just increase the stakes after you've already put your bet down.
Okay, but then you did say that if you don't do 1,
Yes.
then the next week you have to do 3.
That's not what I said, and this is why I'm bringing this up as well. I said if I do miss one, the next week I do have to make up for it with the rollover, and you have the opportunity to give me a minor punishment. So,
Okay,
and
so-
in all honesty, and I've talked to you about this
You
before.
have missed 2 weeks.
No, I've only missed 1 week.
Okay.
So I missed the first week of January, okay, because 'tis was still the season.
Oh my god. If you say that one more time,
I missed
I'm going to slap you into winter.
the first week of January. The week after, I did 2. So I actually did 2 stories and 1 actual post. So I just did 3 just cause.
Okay.
Now, this is the 3rd week, currently the 3rd week of Jan, coming towards the end of the 3rd week of Jan. So I am yet to still do a story or a post. But so far, I've only missed 1 and I've been quite on top of it.
So far you've got 1 minor punishment owing.
1 minor punishment. So you can think of it now. Actually, you have to think of it now. I'm not going to give you much time to think of it.
No. I will bring it live on the next episode.
You're going to bring it. You're bringing something.
I'm bringing the punishment to the next episode.
Here we go. It's got to be minor, just remember.
Yeah. Okay, what do you consider minor?
I don't know. Like,
Give me an example of something minor, an example of something not minor.
okay, something not minor. Getting a tattoo on your finger. Something
Obviously.
something minor. Like a slap on the hand.
Nah, that's not even minor.
Fine,
That's
a slap
just
in the
nothing.
face.
Okay, slap in the face is fair.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go a bit more methodical than that. A slap in the face is too obvious.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna come at you with something that hopefully you're not expecting.
Okay, well, I don't know what to expect now that you're saying bringing it.
And yeah, I just want to end this episode as well on one more thing from Christmas actually.
Okay.
And I
Tis
know
the
it's
season.
been killing Gaurav inside, which is what I wanted.
Has it really?
It's
What
been,
is it?
It's been eating him up inside, and
I've honestly
I
got
wanted
no
to.
idea.
I was going to tell him right before the episode, but
Okay.
I'll tell him now. And it is that I cannot wait, Gaurav.
Yeah.
I cannot wait
Okay.
to never drink eggnog
Oh my god!
in my entire life. I cannot wait.
I cared that less that I didn't even know what he was talking about
He knew
until he said the word eggnog. You're the one
still trying to play it off.
You're the one suffering here, not me. I don't get it.
He's still trying to play it off.
All right, well, whatever makes him sleep at night. I don't know.
I know you really want me to feel, and you want to see my reaction to that first sip of eggnog, but I will die before I drink eggnog.
He's just so dramatic. I could not care.
Willingly.
Next time I have a Christmas party, willingly. Okay. He's literally inviting you all to spike his drink with eggnog.
No, because I'm saying if I get tricked into doing it, well, that's not my fault.
Yeah, no, that is. Because
it's not.
You just said,
It's not.
You said you would die before having eggnog. It's not, you got to stick
Willingly.
to one thing. That's
And I
ridiculous.
said that in the eggnog episode.
Okay, so then what? If someone
Because
forces it
you
down...
did bring up that you would try and spike my drink.
So
and I said, if you do that, well, I can't help that. Like, it just happens. You
If
know?
someone spiked your drink, is that it? Is that over? Now you can drink eggnog comfortably whenever you want?
No, I'm saying I will never willingly drink eggnog in my life.
This is
So
a
if
joke,
I
huh?
accidentally get spiked and have a sip, I'll spit it out. And then...
You wouldn't spit it out because you've never had it before. You wouldn't know what you're drinking.
Yeah, I would.
Wow. Okay.
I would. It's milky egg. So it's sweet milky egg. That's what I'm thinking it is.
It's
so.
really not. It's definitely not. I would describe the flavor to you, but I don't think you deserve it.
You know what? I would prefer you not.
Well,
Because I will never in my life
here we go.
drink eggnog willingly.
Well, what I'm going to say is I'm going to soon have a Christmas party that you're invited to, of course. Next year, maybe I'll do it. This year, who knows? And the only drink that's going to be there is eggnog. So there's not going to be any Sprite for you.
Guess what?
What?
Either way, I'm going to die from dehydration.
That's your problem, bro. You got to either drink eggnog or die.
At the end of the day, and that will fulfill my life goal of dying before drinking eggnog.
I'm going to tell... Does your family know about this? Because I'm sure they're going to have eggnog at your family Christmas stuff.
Nah, we never have it.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I've never had it.
Well, there you go.
And guess what? I
You
never will.
Yeah.
Woo!
You're the only one suffering here.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
He's acting like he's won, but it really doesn't make sense.
Oh, man. I'm
I'm so okay with this.
He hates it. Anyway, that'll do us for this week's episode. Thank you once again for tuning into the So Far So Good podcast. Get on the polls that we're posting up. Get on this L&P drink. It's pretty good. Gaurav underrated it.
I rated it.
Because he's a soul. I don't know why he likes solo. It just makes no sense. But
It had nothing to do with that. I already said.
as soon as he thought it was Sprite, he then dropped it. Anyway, that's beside the point. But at the end of the day, we will catch you on the next episode, I believe.
Goodbye.